Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Half-Hour Side Quest. Glad you all could join me. In this episode, I'll be taking a look at the very weird and mysterious disappearance or death of 34-year-old Canadian TikToker Andrew Dawson. Andrew started making videos in July of 2021, and he started out just posting the usual stuff. He made videos of him and his dog, his girlfriend, and her kids, friends, just things going on in life. But in April of 2022, his post took a very strange and bizarre turn. This would be the beginning of one of the internet's biggest mysteries. On April 9th, 2022, Andrew was driving with a friend when they spotted something on Whistler's Peak in Alberta, Canada. In his video, he happens to notice something on top of the bridge. He zooms in and tells his friend what he was seeing was a person, and in the video you can hear the doubt in his friend's voice. But from where Andrew and his friend were at, whatever it was way too big to be a normal-sized person. And that video got Andrew millions of views. He was saying that it was, or people were saying that it was a giant. So there's a giant supposedly on this mountain. And after posting that video, the comments in Andrew's videos wanted him to go get a closer look and try to find out what it was that was on top of Whistler's Peak.
I like it where it is.
No, seriously, come on, do it. Do it.
Will you stop?
His next video was of him driving back to get a closer look. Andrew's friends thought he was nuts. He thought it was some tower, and Andrew was mistaken. But when Andrew went back, whatever was up there was gone. When Andrew went back, he said he had spoken with a few locals and asked what he thought was a giant that might be living on the peak, and if there was something up there. The locals said yes, something lives in the mountains, but it's not always visible. That area of Canada has had Bigfoot or Sasquatch sightings dating back to the 1800s. Native tribes in that area have reported sightings about a Sasquatch that goes back 1,000 years. In fact, the word Sasquatch comes from the Salish word for wild man or hairy man. One of the last reported sightings of the Sasquatch was in 2014 when the local news reported a Bigfoot-like creature caught on camera walking through the snow near Whistler's Peak. The man recording tried to zoom in as much as he could, but he was at a pretty good distance away from the creature, and where this filmed at was actually Jasper National Park. It's in the same area. And in the video, if you look online, you can see it that he's pretty far away, and whatever it is walking through the snow, like with no problem at all. Totally just walking through the snow, walking around, and it's a big creature, something. It said that the locals gave Andrew directions on the location of whatever he said he saw on top of the mountain. But according to Andrew, he supposedly was stopped by some type of CIA agent in his video. He said, and I quote, "I just got stopped by like some CIA agents. He told me to turn around and said, I'm trespassing. I said, it's a public area, like a public park or whatever. Some local told me to take this path. I didn't get it on camera, but I'm going to go again tomorrow and be prepared to be filming right now because he stopped the vehicle. His truck was blocking it, said some like environmental issue going on. I don't know. He told me to go back and said I was trespassing. I don't get it. It was awkward, but I'm going back again tomorrow to see if he's not there. But if he is there, I will keep the camera. I will film because the only angle I could get that I found today is the one I just posted earlier, and it wasn't even anything there. But I don't understand why the roads are blocked off. I don't know." And that was the end of that video. Some people on Reddit were saying that it's impossible for it to be the CIA because they don't operate in Canada. In case you didn't know, the CIA does operate everywhere, all over the world.
America.
No matter what. And if you think they don't, Canada has their own form of like government agency or CIA type people, or I guess not people, but like their own little agent, CSIS, and they do operate everywhere. But that's who could have stopped him. I mean, it's possible. Andrew did go back the next day and he recorded the encounter. In another video, Andrew got up early in the morning and was ready to head back to the mountain to see if he could find the creature or whatever was up there, or at least some evidence. On his way back to the mountain, he did record some strange things going on. Hard to actually tell what it is from the distance he was from the object, but it does look like he did catch like a UFO in the sky, or it was like something over the mountain. There's and then he spots a couple helicopters over the mountain, and he's going on and this is going on as he's driving towards the mountain, and all within about 2 hours. So within 2 hours, he's driving down this road. He's seeing the mountain. He sees this thing, this orange thing over top. Then later on he sees a helicopter, like a black helicopter. He never finds any evidence of a giant, but he does run into the agent in an unmarked car. This time Andrew is filming, and Andrew says, "What's going on?" And the agent again tells Andrew, "The road is closed, to turn back around." He says, "Really?" The agent says, "Yeah, to just turn around, please." And Andrew doesn't put up a fight and just says, "Okay," and proceeds to turn his car around and go home. But as Andrew does, you can hear him say, "I don't understand why. It's a public road or public park or whatever, but I'm not sure if it's by chance." But you do get a small glimpse of this agent that's telling Andrew to turn around. This won't be the last time he had a run-in with this or some other form of agent. Andrew didn't post anything for a few days, but on April 16th, he uploaded a video titled "Being Stalked." In this video, you see Andrew look out his window, and you can see a black Dodge Charger parked out in front of his house. He opens the door, walks towards the car, and yells out, "Hey!" And the mountain is far from his house, so whoever or whatever agency or person or whatever that was, they found or followed Andrew home and were watching him. This was a real agent going out to confront him. Wasn't a very smart idea. Even people in his comments were saying the same thing and telling him that was a stupid idea, that he needs to be very careful. His followers got really nervous when he didn't post a follow-up video, and Andrew had been posting pretty consistently. A lot of this happened so fast it had only taken place within about a week, and then nothing. Then the TikTok world got nervous and rumors began to go around. What happened to Andrew? Was he abducted or worse? So at this time, he's posting for a few days and then doesn't post. So yeah, everyone started getting nervous. And it's happening with like pretty quickly, within a week and a half, 2 weeks or something, right? Then finally, 3 weeks later, Andrew finally posted a new video, but this one was very different from his other videos. This one was called Official Update. The video starts with Andrew with his hands in his pockets leaning up against a wall. He says, "Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all the videos I have posted are fake and just for entertainment purposes." Then just 10 days later, Andrew posted another video titled "Too Much Has Happened and I Can't Be Forced to Be Silent." Andrew said that his videos were all real and that he might be able to post again, but it wasn't fake. He uploaded another video titled "Military." In that video, you see this building on the mountain that supposedly wasn't there before. You can hear Andrew in the background saying, "What is that? That wasn't there yesterday." On May 13th, a podcaster asked Andrew for an interview, but got no response. About a month later, on June 23rd, Andrew responded. The podcaster asked if the videos were real or fake. Andrew said, "All fake. Everything's fake." Then Andrew asked, "Why? Did you see? What did you see?" The podcaster posted a link to Andrew's confession. Andrew said he can't say anything about it and that it didn't happen. Then Andrew tells him that he should be talking to him and to be safe. The video of Andrew showing that structure on the mountain was his last TikTok video, but he did continue to post on Facebook. His posts there were mostly about family and friends, jokes, and an upcoming vacation, just regular stuff that people post on Facebook all the time. Andrew's TikTok followers urged Andrew to stop posting these videos because it might not end well, and they were genuinely worried about him. They also told him to get protection and to go to the media and tell his story. But Andrew didn't post any more videos after that. He just stopped talking. About 6 weeks later, after Andrew's last TikTok video, Andrew's obituary showed up in the local newspaper. And this led to speculation and theories about what happened to him. Was his death a coincidence or something more sinister? He passed away on July 1st, 2022. Andrew was 34 years old at the time. Now, this is one of the internet's biggest mysteries, but is it true? So like I've said before, we don't have all the answers, or really any. So from his first video, it said that the mountain is Whistler's Peak, but it's not. It's actually Canoe Mountain. And some internet detectives discovered what Andrew actually saw on top of the mountain was a cell phone tower, not a giant. And again, that's what they were saying. Now, the UFO sighting he saw over the mountain, some say could be chemtrails, but no one is 100% sure. Could it be a UFO that he saw? It could be, because I guess around in that area there's have been UFO sightings, as well as always Bigfoot, Sasquatch sightings, right? Now, the helicopter video, some said, is what's called helilogging. That's when the helicopters are brought in to help take the trees that are in inaccessible areas. Now, that could have been what he saw, right? We could have seen those types of helicopters in that area at that time, which it's not uncommon for that area to see those types of helicopters flying around. It happens all the time. Now, Andrew's is from that area, so he would know, or should know, because it wouldn't be unusual to see those. And the building Andrew saw that he claims wasn't there before, it's called the Jasper Skytram. It's been there since 1964. So what about the CIA agent, or whatever type of agent he is, that confronted Andrew or talked to Andrew, right? As far as I could find, no government agent wears stretchy pants or Timbs. This dude, if you see the video, he's wearing, looks like those joggers or whatever they're called. It's like he's got Timbs on. But definitely not a Men in Black. Some thought he was being followed by Men in Black, which he wasn't, because definitely wasn't a Man in Black. And really, if you listen to how this agent or person, just whoever this person was, this guy was, the way he talks with Andrew, it's not really convincing. From my encounters with law enforcement, this guy didn't sound real confident. He's just like, can you please turn around? And like it didn't sound. He didn't sound like very stern, very confident in what he was saying. I've talked to police officers before, and they were, when you encounter them, they kind of have like a kind of assertive dominance. I don't know, and maybe dominance is a bad word or not the right word, but they come out and they want to let you know that they're in charge. And if they're there to stop him from going up the mountain, then they would have been like, hey, you're not allowed to be here. Turn around. Go back. Not like, please, can you go back? Now, for the Dodge Charger, they have been used for law enforcement before, but I'm pretty sure they don't have aftermarket exhaust systems. And if they were really conducting surveillance, I'm pretty sure parking in front of the subject's house with the engine running and lights on isn't very good surveillance. That's a big no-no. I mean, if I was following somebody or trying to follow somebody, I wouldn't sit in front of your house with the engine running, lights on, and so you can see me. I mean, I'd definitely stick it out. You would notice me in 2 seconds. Now, the way he recorded his forced confession is a little odd, but the way he looks off camera, like someone was there with him, seems a little like he's trying to, or to sell it. He uses it as a thumbnail also, but if it was forced by someone, why was he able to use that picture for a thumbnail? So he's sitting against the wall, hands in his pocket, and he's like, sorry guys, yeah, it's all fake, it's this. And he keeps like looking off like, yeah, somebody's in here with me, but his facial expression, his demeanor, what he's saying, how he's acting is what to me is selling it, making people think, oh, look, there's somebody there with him. But I don't know. I didn't really buy on, to be honest with you. So why didn't they just delete the account if they're able just to do about anything? It's just very strange, right? I mean, if they could get to him and they wanted him to delete an account, why didn't they just delete the whole thing? And why would you use that thumbnail too? Because the thumbnail is him literally in his pockets looking off in the distance. It's just very weird. Not whatever agency's doing this to him, if it's an agency is, it's not very good. But his death is still strange. His death was posted in the local paper on July 1st. But when people did some digging, they found out that his obituary was posted on July 1st at 7 in the morning. But that's the same day he died. There are a couple of people who supposedly confirmed his death, saying he took his own life. But are they in on the hoax, or did he really do that? If he really did pass away, I don't want to call it a hoax and a prank, but then what is it? The one weird thing is his own sister hasn't posted anything about his death and she usually posts a lot. So the question remains, is this a hoax, or did Andrew end up really passing away, or something else? Did he actually get abducted by this government agency? We'll never know. I think that's part of the weirdness. But anyway, what do you guys think? Tell me in your comments. Thank you for joining me. See you guys later. Peace.